Well, your father was a masterpiece, really.
Oh, what a character.
Well, because Sunday mornings, he used to castrate the lambs.
Oh, This is
He'd tell them and castrate them.
This is the story.
He'd have a carving knife.
Yeah.
Off with the tail.
Always cut.
Then he cut the top of the purse off.
You always cut the tail last.
Because of the blood.
You got the blood. Squirrel.
And he used to cut the top of the purse off, and he used to pull the testicles out with his teeth.
I didn't remember that.
And spit them over the hurdle.
Yeah, hurdle.
And the dog were snapping at him. The dog was blowed up like a pig.
Yeah. All bollocks and
dog was going.
Bollocks and scoff all day, and the tails. Father pick the tails up and hang them up in the barn for about a month. Yeah. And you forget them. There's like maggots again through them. There are maggots everywhere. Mother would cuss.
Yeah. But always Sunday morning.
Oh God.
Every Sunday morning.
What a job to do,
but that's how we used to do it. Squeeze and go.
You pull his teeth. There's no such thing as false teeth these days.
No,
they'd be gone with them.
No, they'd be go.
Rub it off. I mean, there we go then.
Yeah. But then today, we'd be locked up.
You'd be down Toneville, wouldn't you?
Well, I cannot more. They bulldozed it, job on them.
Oh, don't know, is it?
It was all houses down there.
Oh, Bucker, me.
New village down Copford, St. Luke, isn't it? Down there now.
I haven't been around for a long time.
Yeah, they bulldozed for them. I don't think bulldozed the main building, but...
Cool.
Yeah, well, what Father used to do back in the day, they had these here, I can't think of the name, but just like we call them like squeezers, they were like almost like pinchers, but there's a proper name for them really, Anyway, we used to just round them all up and catch them, and then he used to use the squeezers like and do one side and then the other side like, which cuts the cord, but it sort of does it without damaging the skin. There was certain people, I did hear that bit them out, or some used to, when they squeezed them, with these like pincher things, they would slip them, testicle out, and a lot of farmers would eat them, yeah, take them home and eat them, like, and lamb's tails, because they used to cut the tails at the same time, and there is they skin the tails and they make lamb's tail pies and stuff like that, you see. Can't believe it really, can you, But of course now with the rings, done young, there's nothing there, you see, that's all died out really. I don't think if anybody thought about sitting down and having a meal of lamb's tails and testicles, they would they'd be gone, I'm not hungry today, I don't think.
I can remember lots of things in farming days, looking at our animals and one thing to other, and Father used to tell us some stories when he was growing up. He grew up on the farm and doing things, and story comes to mind is about when they was castrating ram lambs, and I should never seen it done, because by the time I see them castrating lambs, they used to do them with the burdizzles, which was a pair of pinchers, and squash the cords. Or the other thing they did was the rubber rings. But back in Father's day, they used to castrate them. They cut the bull bag open, and they take the bulls out and chuck them in a tin, and it's known as the fry tin. And Father said, yeah, it's just lamb's fries. I always used to have the lamb's fries. He said, in a special tin, and take them indoors and fry them and eat them. Well, us had never done that as kids, so I don't know what they tasted like. So if there's anybody out there that have done that and tasted that, well, all well and good too,
During the war, there was a lot of blackouts. All the curtains used to be blacked out during the war of an evening. I mean, there was no electric in it when I was born. Electric was put in after I was born. We used to have oil lamps and candles. There was one little shop in the village which sold a lot of things, but there was about 4 grocery vans used to come in the village. I think there were 5 bakers used to come to the village. 2 or 3 butchers. A fishman used to come once a week. And a greengrocer van used to come once a week. So we were better off in heydays. For we never had to travel to get nothing. Yeah, life was good in heydays. You used to go to the farm and fetch their own milk in a can. Dad used to keep chickens, and we used to have eggs. He used to keep ferrets. We used to go rabbiting. And my dad, in his younger days, when gin traps was illegal, he had about 400 gin traps he used to tell for catching rabbits. And then it became illegal, and he took them to Great Rock and threw them down a shaft. That was that. He should have kept them, really, because it made a mint out of them now. Well, people like to hang them up, don't they? Yeah. He had about 400 of them. He used to catch loads and loads of rabbits, yeah. I mean, a rabbit in their days was about 4 pence to buy. If he's selling them for about 4 pence each. I mean, it was, he'd tell his traps on a Saturday. And Sunday he would probably go out and pick up 40 or 50 rabbits, take them to the butcher, and he'd give them 4 pence each for them. Old money, yeah. Yep. My brother used to go and look at the traps in the morning, and my wife used to go, he used to pick up the rabbits and leave them somewhere, and my wife used to go bring them back on a bicycle. Yeah. Oh, like on the bar of a bicycle, she push the bike there. Oh.
Years and years ago, I had a bloke come in here and he went 22 years without a wage rise. 22 years. Now the buggers want 22 rises a year now. Yeah. He was old man when I were a youngster. But back then, nothing didn't go up, look. It all stayed. And, well, I don't know, just funny times we've been living in, but ain't done nobody no good. Weren't no debt years ago. People didn't have no debt. And now everybody's in debt up to their eyeballs and never going to get out of it, some of them. No. I go out our local pub now, and these youngsters and I go out to the bar and buy a round of drinks. Well, just click, tick. Some do it on their watches. I had one bloke in here the other week, he got it in his ring. He just put his ring up like that. Click, click. But you don't know what you're spending, do you? If you got a wad of notes in your pocket, when you to take he out every time and he's getting thinner, you think, I gotta slow up. But when you're clickety-clicking, until you wake up next morning, you don't know what you spent, do you?
Who had the badger rams? Who used to have a...
I know, sounds
Lionel
good.
Butcher used to do the badger rams.
Yeah. Lionel, great head going.
Yeah, if you had a badger, he'd have them.
Oh, yeah.
And cooking.
Just true on and skin the back here.
Yeah. I know somebody drove over one, and they chucked in the back.
Yeah.
And they took him down the line home. When he got down
Very
public,
light.
he was running around the boot of the car.
Snapping and snorting at
So
him.
he had the starting handle get in.
You got a nasty
No car had a
back.
starting handle then,
Yeah.
they're like me.
Drove into it.
And then he took me in the line with a cook.
You're a lounge badger, bit bruised.
Yeah, I got a pole on it. Cool.
Yeah, like, you tread on him,
Yeah. Oh, there.
Tread on the skin, easy.
There it is. How about Mott Brown then?
You're old Mawson.
Oh, and they had to keep the pig. He had a brand new house built there.
I never seen anything like it.
Bloody house.
He had a brand new house put
About
up there.
600,000 I spent.
Oh,
on it.
he had to pick houses, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty rumps owner laid about.
Yeah.
You can see, round the kitchen, you can see the pig
Been rubbing the wall.
and the dog grabbing on the euro. So the dog would be hanging on the euro of the pig, and the pig would be running around the kitchen, and she'd need the blood and all around the kitchen.
Yeah.
I never seen anything like it.
That wasn't long ago, was it?
No, back in the new house.
Yeah.
You weren't going in there.
Yeah. Pot-bellied pigs.
Ah,
weren't they?
oh, stinking dirty
dirty.
things.
Oh.
Oh,
Can you
dirty
imagine
things.
having a brand new house, giving a pig
Yeah,
in it?
pig. He had a bugger upstairs
Yeah.
as well. And the pisser comes to see them. The dirty bugger was out there.
Yeah.
People live there now, though.
Cool.
But being a mixed farm, which was the way it was up in their days, I didn't do no milk because it wasn't really suitable for that, but you had cows and single suckled calves, sheep, that was always running on, always a few fowls out in the orchard running about. Telling about orchard, they used to make a bit of cider there years ago. I can remember us boys drinking cider. And one of the things that us used to do was drink the cider straight off the pound when it was coming out. But that had a bit of a, I don't know, strange effect. You had to take the edge fairly quick after you've been drinking that. I don't know what was that was in there, but it was pretty lively. I just keep pigs as well. And there's a bit of a sad story about one of the pigs. I said had a sow come in and her was drunk. And her fought up against the wall, and then her stood up, and then her went in the pig's house, and her lied down, and then her aborted all her pigs. There was, I don't know, about 10 or 12 of them. They weren't very long, only about sort of 3-4 inches long. And Father ringed up the vet about it, and he said, I better come over and have a look. And he come over and had a look. He said, yeah, he said, what is? He said, the pig had got drunk, and I've aborted all her pigs, and it's the apples they've eaten have fermented in cider. And he said, but don't be at all surprised if the pig don't die. And sure enough, an hour later the pig had died. So my job then, I was still going to school, was fussing in the morning, go out with 2-3 fertiliser bags and pick up all the apples that had fallen off the trees so the pigs couldn't eat them. Well, they pigs bent so stupid by them, because next thing you know, you let the sows out, or got her ass up against a tree, rubbing against it, knocking the apples off a tree. So when they come down, they ate them that way. But then going on with the pigs, like I can remember, as my sister and I got a bit older, us wanted one of these chopper bicycles. Oh, they were something else. Anyhow, and I think if I remember rightly, they were something like about £33. Which was phenomenal money. And us wanted to draw our money out of our savings book and buy these your bikes, but Mother and Father said, no, you wouldn't. Anyhow, Mother and Father had discussions, I guess, so what was decided, Sister and I said a gilt each. Young gilt, putting on the boar. Anyhow, I bought these your things, these your 2 gilts, 1 each. I said to pay Father for the straw and food pig nuts and bruised barley and one thing to other, I said from him. And that was our venture into pig farming. Well, that was someone else. I had 10 pigs and my sister had 11 pigs. Well then, you sell them at Wieners, took them in market, of course made master money out of them then. Well, that was proper. Us was eating clover then, like the mountain said. Well anyhow, that was fine. Well, the 2 gilts, they'd gone into sows then, they'd gone on and went to boar. Well, come farrowing time, I was in there with mine. What did mine have? 5 pigs, no more. So all the money I'd worked out from the first lot, I didn't get but half of it second time around. But my sister had a good litter of 10, so that was all right, you know. So I had about 3-4 litres out of them, and then I sold them on. But in actual fact, us made good money. And compared to a push bike, just the best option at the time. But then recently, I've seen what these your push bikes selling for now. It's a stupid amount of money. Like, so what was the right way to go? Go pigs or go push bike? But the only thing I would say, going with the pigs was probably the best way to go, because it taught you a bit more about life. More so than what a push bike would have taught you. Push bike would have probably taught you how to stay upright and not get scuffed knees and scuffed elbows when you fold off and like.
Well, I suppose they wasn't so strict years ago, because now, you know, you get fined, don't you, if you don't go to school. But Father, us always liked to stay home if us was shearing, you know, the sheep and that, because he, you know, us youngsters, we'd have to run around and get them in and that sort of thing, you know, and that, and the neighbours and you know, different, you know, family would come in to be like a little group of shearers, you know, and that, it was all done by hand. So us was you know, us always used to you know, get off school for the couple of 3 days, like, you know, to help with the shearing, you know, and that, and sometimes a bit of hay harvesting, but not so much with that, just, but you know, Father, well, I wasn't allowed to stay home too much, but, you know, I got away with some days, or especially if they wanted a hand, like, you know, this is it, like, sort of, Yeah. The first sheep I tried to shear with a pair of scissors. And I come in here and I got mother's scissors, and I was trying to snip away at the wool and that, you know, and yeah, then gradually got a bit more, well, confident. Was shown how to use the hand shears and that, and then yeah, gradually done a bit of shearing and stuff, and then we were also, like, when we got old enough, we were in Young Farmers, and they used to have a lot of classes. I got on well with shearing and went in a few competitions, like, you know, and done quite well. But I don't know whether I done myself a lot of good, because, you know, it is hard work shearing and turning them up and all that, you know, and you know, probably overdone my strength a bit when I was young. Yeah, of course the bow and stroke wasn't in then when us was shearing. We had to set them up and do the belly, and then go from the right to the spine, with the right hand, and then turn, and then do from the other way with the left hand to the spine, you know, sort of like so they were done in 3 pieces, like belly, side, you know. But I mean, you know, for home here, us used to shear with one hand, and just, you know, like take it off best way we could, like up the belly at one side and t'other side, you know. But if with the competition shearing, they wanted you to shear with both hands if you could, like, so that up the backbone, when the sheep stood up, it was like an arrow, like a V, like right back through, you know. And they could judge you on the strokes, because with the clipper blades you can see the strokes. Then they used to, you know, judge you on that, and of course if you overlapped, or, well, you could a little bit, but if you went across like that way instead of straight round, you could see, like, because the marks would be there, like, you know. So yeah, so it was quite a challenge, really.
Grandfather told I years ago, he said, "My son, you won't shag on bread and jam. You got to eat that red meat." He said, "You get that beef into it, you'll be all right."
Carry on cider making for as long as you can.
I should do it till I can't do it no more. Trouble is, you got loads of people, you give up work, and within 6 months or 12 months, you bloody die, don't you? You've got to have something to occupy your mind, I reckon. I don't know. But I were always brought up to work. I do 7 days a week, 12, 14, 16 hours a day. I don't worry. I were always brought up to work. I can go right back. My grandmother was one of 13 in the family. She were born back in the 1880s. Yeah, 1880s. And she were one of 13 in the family. And there weren't no she and my grandfather had to leave school when they were 12 years of age. And there weren't no family allowance then. If you didn't go out to work to earn your money, you didn't survive. But I can go right back to my gran and grandfather, mother and father, me and my missus. I got 3 kids now, all over 50. I got my grandson, 28. None of we have ever claimed a penny. We always go out and work. But you ain't thought no more of. And then when I die, they'll come along and rob me for whatever they can get, the government. I always say, see, I paid in ever since I was 15, 16 years of age. So when I was 65, that's 50 years I paid in. I always say, when you get 65, if you want to keep working, whatever you earn then should be yours, I reckon. When you die, whatever you got, you should be able to leave to your family. You do not have to pay no more tax. See, you get people live every day, they spend every day and got nothing, have all these holidays and all that, and when they die, they don't pay nothing. But why should you have to suffer to pay when you've worked all your life hard to get it? And I've had a good life. I don't never have a holiday. That don't interest me at all. I've had one holiday in my life. That's all, but that's my fault. But don't I like my own bed every night of the week, like, if you know what I mean, and you won't beat it. You get all these people go on holiday and come back and say, well, you won't beat good old Somerset. And I know, well, what good to go anywhere else? You just won't bite here. So